Design, manufacture, and launch a final test board and probe cards for various device applications. PMIC, microcontrollers, GPU, CPU, RFICs. Tessolve's capability encompasses all, leveraging a decade and a half of internal design process. We ensure the highest quality, drastically reducing the need for design respins. ATE Final Test Board and Probe Card Complexity, a quick overview. Process node. More functionalities are being added, and process nodes are shrinking to less than 10 nanometers for the given die area. This leads to stringent requirements for signal integrity, power budgets, and leakage current. Operating voltage. The die core operating voltage is becoming lesser than 1 volt. Hence, the stringent PDN and DC drop on the hardware is critical, as they are easily susceptible to noise. Current consumption. In spite of denser integration, chips are expected to have a lesser current consumption, especially for wearable gadgets. Hence, leakage current in the hardware has to be minimal. On the other hand, more cores are integrated into CPUs, and higher current consumption is expected in those devices. Achieving this is a challenge in hardware design. Operating temperature. Demanding applications such as GPU and CPU raises chip temperature while under operation. Also, the device needs to be tested at various operative temperature. Device pitch and pin count. More features integrated into an IC means an increased pin count, with the pitch of the device pins becoming less than 0.5 millimeters and the pin count increasing. The hardware complexity also rises. Multi-site. In order to keep the test cost down, the hardware is designed for multi-site that even further increases the hardware complexity. The outcome? Board complexity becomes really high. PCB fab yield for aspect ratio greater than 30. High complex hardware exceeding 100,000 US dollars. NPI cycle time. So, the hardware cannot take chance for a respin. Differentiating a new design. At Tessolve, we differentiate hardware development, adeptly dealing with these complexities. But how do we do it? What is the process we follow for faster productizations and for reliable device testing? Let's understand this through our hardware development journey that encompasses 15+ years of experience in hardware design, in-house expertise with 200+ engineers, and robust quality management systems, expanded hardware capability with in-house PCB fab. Consider a typical medium complex board of 22 layers. As the flow diagram indicates, we developed the same within 25 days with a systematic approach of parallel activities, ensuring an optimum delivery. We receive the hardware request RFQ from our customers through an online portal and typically try to provide the complete quote on the second day itself, that is, on day 1. Next, the design estimation tool. All the relevant teams work together to create the estimation. We also leverage our library management system, a comprehensive library with large database for symbols and footprints. Once the schematic is completed and checked through Tessolve's quality management systems, we will be able to provide the open socket diagnostics coverage in terms of percentage for all the passives, active and relay. The quality checks from design to Gerber are customized for individual groups within the customer and specific to ATE platform and hardware type. Tessolve Online Quality Management Systems is probably one of the best in the industry that looks into quality at every step in the design and manufacturing process. Next, while the Gerber is released for fab, our engineering team will debug the open socket diagnostics program in ATE simulator. While the design is under fabrication and assembly, the Tessolve engineering team, located near the client manufacturing site, will be alerted and on the receipt of the assembled hardware, load board diagnostics, and other checks are done to verify the functionality of the hardware based on the customer's buy-off criteria. In the event of issues, Tessolve engineering team will fix the issue and deliver a functional hardware board to the client. Reorder flow. When we receive the new design request, the order specifics is entered into the design log tool, where each design is assigned a part number with revision information and printed as a silkscreen on the hardware, along with client part number. Even after years of design completion, we can pull out the customer design information based on customer or Tessolve part number. This is done securely with safety locks of the tool to allow download of only the latest revision of the hardware design. Released hardware lifecycle management, released board health check, hardware repair center close to the manufacturing site. For the released hardware, we can help customers to monitor the health and fix any issues that might arise during production. Failure events can be the hardware failing open socket diagnostics, the yield dropping below certain percentage, the aging of components. Tessolve field engineers can understand these by taking relevant data and narrowing down the issues in the hardware. Then they do the necessary repair at the hardware repair centers close to the client manufacturing site. Yearly BOM scrub for long-life hardware. Hardware used for testing devices in automotive segments usually have long years of supply. Here we help our clients to check component obsolescence. This is done by running BOM scrub of the released hardware periodically, say every 6 months or a year. This will enable to proactively update the release design with the equivalent components. Stock of high-volume hardware. In the event the hardware is a high volume, Tessolve will keep stock of hardware either as a fully tested hardware or as a blank PCB for quicker replacement or for additional volume testing. This avoids production line down situation while waiting for new board. So, what's the outcome? Ultimately, the improved product quality, better product, faster time to market, and a continuous support from Tessolve mitigates all complexities in PCB engineering and hardware management. So, are you ready for that streamlined engineering partnership?